Well, the crypto market has given us some fantastic gains today, and as a result, I've actually taken some more profits. And so I wanted to make a video really quick, just explaining exactly why I just sold some of my crypto and exactly what I'm expecting next. So, as you can see here, yes, the crypto market is giving us a very strong day with things like WIF, Jasmine, Cash, Sweet, Floki, Core, Trump, Jew. I mean, so many of them giving us some beautiful gainers of anywhere from 10 to upwards of 40%. And like I said before, as a result of this great day, I have taken some profit off the table. Just today, I've actually closed down 5% of my entire sweep position. I've closed down 5% of my entire Bitcoin position, and I've closed around 3% of my entire position in Solana and Ethereum. And before you start assuming that this is me saying that we're going to crash and that the pump is over, just give me the rest of the video. The reason why I sold will make perfect sense in a little while here. Now, before we get into that, guys, I will remind you that you only have 5 days left if you do want to capitalize on this campaign with Fimix, in which you're going to get a VIP1 membership for 30 days, some fantastic deposit and trade bonuses, and another weekly random bonus of anywhere from $5 to $100 every single week. And so if you want to go capitalize on this because you do trade crypto and you have experience, you're not a beginner, head to the link down below and go check out Fimix. Now, looking at the market, okay, let's kind of just break this down. Why in the world did I just sell some of my SWI, some of my Bitcoin, some of my SOL, and some of my ETH? Well, right now, the primary reason as to why I did it actually just rotates around Bitcoin. Remember, my general thesis is that Bitcoin is still in control of the market as of now. So whenever Bitcoin starts giving me signs and signals that it's time to take profits, not only do I just take it from Bitcoin, I also take it from my altcoins because, again, what Bitcoin does, they're likely going to do. And so when I look at the Bitcoin chart, I start to see my next thing happening in my strategy. As you all know, I have a very simple strategy, and it goes like this. When a crypto breaks out of a structure, there are 3 things that I want to see happen. I want to see a breakout and a backtest if possible, but just a breakout is enough sometimes. If we do backtest, I'll go on a low leverage trade, but we didn't get that in this instance because you can see here, Bitcoin broke out, never came back now for the backtest. So this one's like half complete. The second step is the higher high, in which when we break out, there's going to be levels that we're going to start pursuing in order to set a higher high. And as that happens, I just start taking profits. And so it's not that I don't believe that this is going to be able to continue. It's not that I don't have any faith in the crypto market anymore. It's just my strategy. Because generally what happens is you're going to break out, sometimes backtest, sometimes not. You're going to pursue a higher high. You're going to generally run into a resistance level of some sort, which could either be liquidity based or Fibonacci based, Elliott's wave based or whatever. And then you're normally just going to pull back and start to look for a higher low. So it's going to look like this: breakout, higher high, higher low, some sort of sideways movement, and then you're going to try to continue upwards if that is how this is meant to go, right? Like if we're going to continue upwards. This is normally what this looks like roughly. And so we are currently in step 2, which is when I take profits. And so I just took some profits. Now, your question may be, okay, I get why you took profits. Your strategy just says to take profits when you're setting higher highs, but why did you take profits right now, right around $95,000? What's so special about $95,000? Well, the reason why the $95,000 level is my medium take profit zone is quite simple. And it all revolves around what we call the Fibonacci's, or just the golden zone. If you draw your Fibonacci high in here at the all-time high and down at this little regional low around $74,000, you'll start to recognize something. Your Fibonacci golden zone sits right around $95,000. And if there is a level in crypto that will reject the price down, if there is any level, any line, any zone, any range that has the highest probability of rejecting the price downwards, it's the golden zone. And so knowing that we're in a level that has a high probability or possibility of pushing us downwards into what would then be step number 3 as a higher low, why would I not start taking profits here? And so simply, since Bitcoin is now in a very strong resistance zone, I want to lock in some of the profits that I have. Because what you guys need to understand is we were doing a good bit of buying over the last couple of months. All of these green dots represent, of course, the buys that we were doing here on the channel and over in the server. And the red dots represent the sells that we were doing here on the channel and over in the server. And what you can see here is that over the last couple of months, I mean, we were buying there. We have all of these are documented purchases that you can go see yourself. And so doing all of this buying here, and even at this one and on these ones, we're now either at a break in or in profit. And so, why not start taking some profit now? Why not lock in the easy gainers that we have while Bitcoin is running into a level that just might push its price downwards? It's possible. You look at something like the 4-hour RSI, for example, and you can start to see the bearish divergence here, in which Bitcoin's pushing higher highs, yet the RSI is showing lower highs. You can look at something like of course, your daily Bollinger Bands, and you can kind of see that we're pushed into the top side. And the last time that happened, we fell. The time before that, we fell. Time before that, we fell, right? These things happen, but it's more just that it's my strategy. If Bitcoin's hitting a key zone of resistance and I have some easy gains to lock in, why not take profits? Taking profits has become like a toxic thing in the crypto space where everyone sees that you're selling and they're like, oh, you sold out, you're paper hands. And I'm like, hey, guess what? The most successful investors in the entire world had to sell at some point. Nobody's just sitting on unrealized gains being called the best investor of all time, because reality is they haven't won anything. It's not realized. And you don't win until you realize those gains. And so if you're looking up to any great investor, they all took profits. And so taking profits is a good thing. And anyone who tries to convince you otherwise, I'm sorry, it's a little bit dumb. And so my thought process here is, I'm going to go in, close down some of these smaller positions, lock in a couple 4 or 5% of my gains, close down my bag for 4 or 5% of my gains, of course, and just continue on with it. And so my current strategy is this. Moving forward, I will continue to take more and more profits off the table if we continue higher. So for example, if we push up to $101,000, which is the top side of that Fibonacci golden zone, I'm gonna do a large take profit. And that'll mean I'll probably close about 10% of all of these positions. And well, if we continue up higher than that, guess what? I'll just keep doing it over and over and over again, but I'll lay out the levels up here if we get there. That's gonna be a hard challenge, okay? But if at any given point we actually do see the higher low start coming in, which means we get rejected at say $88,000, I actually do have intentions to reinvest some of those profits that I took and open up a medium leverage long trade with a pretty tight stop loss, expecting that I might be able to catch this higher low and try to ride out some leveraged gains as well, right? So I have some plans, and my plans are very simple. Continue to take profits if we continue higher, next stop being 101. And if we do pull back, prepare to try to start finding some of those low leverage long trades along those lower lows, or those higher lows. So that's my plan. That's my strategy. Very simple. It's not bearish. It's just strategic, because you guys know I'm a firm believer that a strategy is really the only thing that makes a winning investor. And if you do want to start building out your strategy today, as well as being able to see when I'm buying, when I'm selling, what I'm trading, get daily workshops, live streams, seminars, and much more, all revolving around elevating you as an investor, head to the school link down below, because at the school, our mission is very simple. We take crypto investors like yourselves and we give you the tools that you need to develop your strategies, because again, a good strategy creates a winning investor. It's not the other way around. Okay. And I define a winning investor as someone who is confident and someone who is consistent. And so if when the market has been down or up or sideways or whatever, if you have found yourself lacking in confidence and consistently not performing well, check out the link down below. I think this is a great place for you to start. And look, the best part is if you don't see growth within just your first few hours of joining in, guys, I'll just give you your money back. Let's make a deal. And so with that in mind, guys, don't forget to go check that out. And don't forget to go check out Fimix. But this is my plan. This is my strategy. I'm sticking to it, and we'll see how it plays out. But nonetheless, I'll be here every single day updating you all on how it all plays out. So if you have been enjoying the content, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel down below, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.